The Mixed Mornings and More podcast with Steph and Shawn.
Now available daily.
Good morning, world.
Good morning. Well, cold over here. Happy Tuesday. It is not Monday. It's not Monday. It's Tuesday.
It feels like Monday.
Tuesday. It's
4-day week.
September 5th. Is that right?
Yes. We are already 5
Wow.
days into the cold month. The
Wow.
month that ends our summer.
Wow, 5:31 right now. Good morning. Yeah, a little chilly. My car temperature radar. my car said it was 3 plus 3 on the way to work this morning.
My car said that as well. My car's thermometer.
Thank you for your words and your brain this morning. Environment Canada says it's 2 at the airport right now.
I believe it. I could not believe in my house I wore a sweater and pants, and as I was leaving I put my coat on for the first time since May. And even walking outside I thought, boy, do I wish I had a toucan.
Jeez, yeah. I debated. I was looking at my phone temperature before I left this morning. I was like, 3, hey? I was like, okay, should I remote start my car as I was like getting ready? I was like, no, it's probably like a warm 3. It's not like a cold 3. It's a warm 3.
And
yeah, it was a cold 3 for sure.
I think it's only a warm 3 in January when it's been minus 40 and all of a sudden it's 3. You're like, oh my gosh, I could go out here in a t-shirt. But when it's been plus 30 and all of a sudden it's 3, it's always a cold 3.
Ooh, that's a chilly 3.
You ever put your fingers in a ceiling fan?
Ooh, a ceiling fan. Yeah, not only one of those, but one of the kind of little floor fans as well.
Wow. Okay. Very experienced finger fan man.
That's right. Always just curious as a younger child.
I was never curious. My mom was so afraid that we were going to get hurt. She was very adamant, like, keep your fingers away from the fan.
Yeah.
And in fact, she was always afraid that my hair would get caught up in a fan. And so she was very adamant as well that anytime I was by a fan, I had to tie my hair back. But now that I am old and
now that you're an adult
away from my mom, I have managed to put my fingers in the ceiling fan multiple times.
Why are you doing it?
Okay.
Curiosity?
No, not
rebelling against your mom finally?
This is what happens. I'm in my bedroom. The fan is over top of our bed.
Yeah.
But my husband got a new nightstand, so he moved our bed over ever so slightly to fit this nightstand in better, which made the fan not quite centered over top of the bed.
Okay.
So then I went to take my sweater off the other day.
Yeah.
My hands were in the air. And lo and behold. Yeah. That is very surprising, though. It hurts a lot, but I expected that it was going to cut my fingers off.
Oh,
Because that's what my mom said. You're going to cut your fingers off.
Yeah.
They're still here.
Yeah. You still got them.
A little sore. But I don't think there was a danger. I don't think there was a risk of even breaking them.
Is it like a plastic, a wood, or what
it's
are we
a wood.
Yeah, okay.
But as soon as it gets something in it, it says, oh dear, obstruction, going to stop lest I break, lest I hurt someone.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's got some safety measures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend it, however.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
I'll do it for you. Would not recommend.
Yeah. It's about my 4th time doing it. I don't want to do it a 5th.
Yeah. Whether this past weekend was smoky or not smoky, I already had plans set, made, delivered for months now.
And nobody was going to change them?
Yeah. It's football season. It's college football season.
Oh, so you're saying you weren't going outside whether the weather was the best weekend that we had all summer or not. You were sitting on your couch.
No. This is the first Saturday of the college football season where you had games from 10 in the morning to midnight.
Oh, my goodness.
And it was just perfection.
That
it was so good.
Awful.
Oh, no. And now on top of it, I've become a European soccer fan type of thing. And so those games start even earlier. So I'm up at 8 o'clock watching some footy over in England. And then college football starts at 10 o'clock. And then I just got a full day of sports in ahead.
The dedication you have to get up at 8 o'clock on a Saturday morning when you wake up at 3 every other day of the week is quite impressive.
Yeah.
Now, how'd your teams do? Were you feeling happy at the end or just glad football's back and it didn't matter?
Oh, it was fantastic. So we'll start with Brighton. They're first early in the morning in the soccer side. Evan Ferguson, just this wonder kid, 18 years old from Ireland, scored a hat-trick against Newcastle. Brighton wins 3-1. Absolutely fantastic that we got to see that happen. And then my college football team, Auburn, they were taking on UMass, University of Massachusetts, and they took them. Oh, it was great. Auburn football has been a little dredgy over the past couple of years, but we're back. We're better than ever. And we're making a run for things this year. So they're traveling to Cal this weekend, University of Berkeley, Cal Berkeley. So that'll be interesting. I could talk on this for like a long, long time. Moral of the story, I'm happy over here. It's a good weekend.
Yeah, we're never going to see Shawn on a weekend again for the next 13 Saturdays. So prepare yourself. Woof, that smoke was thick this weekend.
Oh, I think it was either I reached my tipping point where it was like it's finally affecting me, or it was just the worst it's ever been.
It feels like it was the worst it's ever been, but I've been away a lot, so I'm not sure. But
maybe
you
it was
were
a combination of both, maybe.
Yeah, because you were golfing on Thursday and you were like, tired but okay.
Yeah.
But then Saturday you were like, going to bed.
Yeah, I went out on Saturday just in the afternoon. I think I was just literally going to grab a pizza. Like, it wasn't activity outside, and I instantly got a headache. I was like, oh, I need to lie down.
Yeah, gotta stay inside. I went out Saturday night to look for an air purifier.
Yeah, smart.
Discovered that most of Fort McMurray had done the same. All of the, I would say, affordable ones or cheap ones were gone.
Yep.
There were only air purifiers that started at $160.
Yeah.
And your frugal friend over here, I just couldn't justify it. I was like, I'll just keep
Makes
breathing in
sense,
this
absolutely.
smoke.
Yeah.
But looking online about what an air purifier is, it's basically a furnace filter and a box fan.
Okay, just all combined into one machine.
Yeah, and guess who bought a 2-pack of furnace filters the last time we switched out our furnace?
Stop
filter?
it.
Oh yeah. So box fan was $35.
Yeah.
Put this furnace filter on the back.
Oh my goodness.
Covered the rest of the fan that didn't have a filter in front of it with some license plates.
Yeah.
So it's blocked.
Yeah, it all filtered into the one area.
Yeah, boy, Shawn, I breathed so clearly all day Sunday. Then the smoke cleared yesterday, and guess what? I've got just a regular old fan now.
Oh my
Life
goodness.
is good. Yep.
That's amazing. Have you and your husband ever seen the Red Green Show?
No.
No? Well, you can make a guest appearance on it.
Dear.
This is right up the alley. 100%. Labor Day long weekend. That means tons of football is going on. Now, not the NFL, which people usually trend towards, but the CFL, it's a hot topic in college football as well.
Yeah, you didn't leave your house this weekend except to get a pizza so that you could watch football.
Pretty much. That's the style. One of the games going on, growing up in Saskatchewan, is the Labor Day Classic. You have the Winnipeg Blue Bombers coming to Regina to take on the Saskatchewan Roughriders. It's a rivalry that's been going on for decades upon decades.
It's a big deal.
Big time. And now this upcoming week, Saskatchewan travels to Winnipeg and they play in what is called the Banjo Bowl.
Okay.
So back-to-back weeks they play each other. It's just filled with hatred. Great rivalry. Always in for a good time. And now I'm good with like all the trash talking and stuff. Like when you're saying like, oh, your football team sucks. No, yours does. And then it elevates from there. But Winnipeg took it to a whole nother level on the weekend.
What'd they do? Make fun of Regina?
Yeah, they did. And they didn't.
What, the city?
No, well, a little bit. Whoever's running their socials, I have some beef with because they said they had a game day graphic. So it's just like Winnipeg for Saskatchewan, 6:00, Mosaic Stadium, and a nice little graphic of just like what's happening with the game. But then the text on the tweet said, Regina style pizza. Still terrible.
Wow.
And that's where I draw the line.
We've been hearing for years from you about Regina style pizza and how good it is.
You attack the football team all you want. You say how bad the Riders are. I don't care. That's trash talk right there. When you come after the pizza, ooh, you're messing with a whole different world right here,
You're
okay?
certainly messing with Shawn. Oh my goodness, Shawn, you always talk about this pizza. You're like, it's better than Chicago deep dish. You can't match it. This pizza in Regina. You go home and that's what you have as your first meal and every meal while you're there.
100%. What is Winnipeg known for? Nothing.
Cold.
Winnipeg sucks.
Cold winters is what they're known for.
Manitoba stinks. Winnipeg sucks. And you know what? They lost. They lost the football game as well. So this is karma coming right back at. Winnipeg's known for losing the Jets to Atlanta.
Wow.
Okay, Winnipeg's known for nothing,
Look at
they
this guy.
stink. Don't ever come after Regina style pizza.
Trash talk. Walking into my house the other day, I discovered that it looked like someone had spilled little white paint droplets all over the sidewalk leading into the door.
And just a leaky something.
A leaky something. And I was like, who was painting while we were on holidays. Like, where did this stuff come from?
Did your gravel road get lines?
No. No, it did not. But when I chatted with my husband about it, he said he thinks it's these little birds he's been seeing everywhere.
Oh, little turds?
Yeah, little turds is a great way to describe it. That's exactly what they were. They were not white paint. They were white poops.
Yeah.
So gross.
Yeah, that's nasty.
But I've learned a new species of bird now because of it.
Oh, jeez.
It's called the common grackle.
How did you research this? Did you take a photo and be like, post it to the internet and be like, who poops like this?
Who poops like this? No, I did not. I started noticing these birds all over my neighborhood. They kind of sit down in flocks and kind of, I don't know what they're eating in people's lawns, but that's what they're up to. Maybe worms, probably. That would make sense, wouldn't it? But these birds are black and they have like an iridescent kind of like bluish green head.
Yeah.
And they almost look like small ravens.
Oh.
But I've heard people describe them as these birds that use Fort McMurray as a truck stop.
Oh, yeah.
They show up, they make a mess everywhere.
Yeah.
They go to the bathroom on everybody's yards, and then they take off and migrate somewhere else. So they're only here for about 2 weeks a year.
Oh, interesting. They're like, nah, this is just our porta potty.
Exactly. Jerks. I would like them to ship out early. I don't know where they're headed to next, but I think their time's up here, please.
Well, off with the grackle.
Goodbye.
I don't like birds
grackle.
anyway. Don't like these ones either.
The penalty box is back for a 4th year in a row.
Let's go. I cannot wait to take you down, and I'm looking for a clean sweep this go around.
I have a secret, Shawn.
What is your secret?
Well, I'm getting a proxy for every one of the challenges.
What do you mean?
Well, last year you did take me down.
Yeah.
And you took me down 4-1. I only beat you in basketball.
Yeah.
And so this year we thought we'd try
basketball.
and even the playing field a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
Since you're like a natural athlete,
Sure.
played sports your whole life.
Yeah.
I played piano my whole life. It's not really helping me with throwing balls at all.
That's right. Yeah.
So I asked an athlete from each sport that we're going to be doing to stand in for me and go up against you.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's a great idea, Shawn. I'm really excited to see how I do this year.
A little nervous now. I was very hyped up for this. Now I have to go up against people that are actually doing the things?
Yeah, that actually know how to play sports and can throw balls and, you know, whatever. I don't know what the challenges are going to be, but I know that somebody else is going to be facing up against you, but I'm going to get their wins.
Interesting. Okay.
So,
well, I'm going to have to really start ramping up my workouts then. I was doing like a little, like maybe like 10 push-ups a day, 10 sit-ups leading up to this, but now I'm going to have to do like a lot.
Yeah, I think you're going to have to get ready. But one of us, whether it's me or you, hopefully you, is going to end up in the penalty box for a good cause. It's all in support of Kids Sport Wood Buffalo. And we're trying to raise $5,000 to help make sure that all kids can play in the region. So worthy cause, whether it's you or me, but definitely it's going to be you.
Yeah. I finally hopped on the train and saw a hyped up movie before it left the theaters.
Wow, which one was it?
It was the Oppenheimer.
That took a long time for you, Shawn. That came out, what, mid-July?
Yeah.
You're lucky you got in there.
I know. And I think it was the 3-hour thing where I was like, I got to go in an ideal situation where I've had a nap and I can sit for 3 hours and take it all in. Because I've read the reports saying that it's like a lot of dialogue and it's a lot of listening and it's a lot of intake. And so you have to be like dialed in to see this.
That is pretty true. I mean, I thought I was the last person to see it because I waited 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But I do remember halfway through the movie when it was an hour and a half in, looking at my watch and being like, okay, I'm halfway through. All right, let's keep focused here, Steph. Come on.
Yeah. And so I went by myself to the theater, brought a blanket with me, which probably wasn't wise because I got real comfy.
What a mistake. Did you stay awake, though?
I did. I stayed awake for the whole 3 hours. There was a time around the hour and a half, 2 hour mark before the test explosion where I was like rubbing my eyes. And I was like, okay, let's just get through it. Let's just get through it. Like 1 hour left, that type of thing. But I did. And yeah, it was very informative. And I had to watch a YouTube video afterwards and just to make sure I understood everything, which I did.
Yeah, okay, good. I also had to really chat it out with my husband, who's American, so he learned about this kind of history in school growing up, which was very helpful. But definitely, I'm glad that you looked it up, because I felt the same way. Like, I was kind of like, I didn't realize, I didn't know this much about this, of course. But 3 hours was a long
a long history lesson.
Sure, yeah.
And I think one of the parts that I guess, it was very well done, the whole film, with the black and white scenes and then the colored scenes to kind of get a different point of view from two different people or two, whatever. And then also when the test bomb went off, of how you like see it before you hear it type of thing, and how that just like kind of encapsulates like the whole scene right there, where you're just like, whoa, and then like the shockwave comes through. If you haven't, go see it. It's a good film. But you have to be in the right mindset, I will say. You got to take a lot in. You got to listen to, you can't be looking at your phone or anything. You got to take it all in.
Don't bring your blanket like Shawn. I think Big Fall is getting to my friend.
Big Fall?
Yeah, like Big Autumn, like the advertising that comes in and says, you want the nostalgia, the warm and cozy, the pumpkin spice.
You have a friend buying into it?
Yeah. The other night he said, I'm excited for mitten season.
No.
I know.
No.
Like, I think he's being brainwashed. Like, he's wishing away the summer and the warmth of the sun on your face, not just for fall, but he's ready for mittens.
Did he elaborate? Does he have mittens right now that he's excited to wear? Or did he see like maybe an advertisement like, oh, I'm going to go get those?
I did make him mittens for Christmas last year.
Okay.
So I think he's excited to wear the ones I gave him.
Oh, yeah.
But I can wait for the ones I made myself.
That's right.
There is no need to wish away the final days of warmth on your face to be able to have warm hands in a pocket.
I kind of went through a little bit of a similar thought yesterday when I wore the equivalent to mittens on my feet, like socks.
Oh, you liked it?
Well, no, because I was like, well, I'm going to a movie theater. Might be chilly in there. Might be chilly outside. And it might be chilly inside, so I guess I better put on some socks. I'm a big no socks guy.
Right.
Yeah, so I put them on.
And how did it feel? Were you like, I love this. Can't wait to wear these every day?
Because then I got home and I instantly tore them off again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So I'm not ready for really sock season either.
No, mitten season either.
Yeah.
Nip it in the butt.
Keep these phalanges. Let the dogs out. Keep them breathing.
Get them breathe.
Trivia Tuesday. I
recently went and watched Oppenheimer over on the weekend. Now, that's directed by Christopher Nolan.
Uh-huh.
Okay. It's his fifth best movie on the market. 4 other movies have done better for Christopher Nolan at the box office. Can you name any of them, Steph?
A single Christopher Nolan movie.
Yeah, it was a little hard, but...
Dear. I know Matt Damon really likes him, so maybe We Bought a Zoo.
What?
We Bought a Zoo? No. The Bourne Identity? Matt Damon movies. Oh, what's that one with him and young Ben Affleck? I don't know. Good Will Hunting.
This is a hard one. Want me to just tell you?
Yeah, just tell me.
Round out his top 5?
Sure.
Okay, so Oppenheimer's 5. We have Interstellar.
Oh, you were just talking about that last week.
Yeah, that's a good film. Now it's at number 4. Number 3 is Inception.
Oh, didn't see that either.
I need to watch that one again. The Dark Knight at number 2.
Oh, okay.
And then we have The Dark Knight Rises as number 1. He was kind of the Batman guy.
Wow, what a fail on my part. Couldn't even come up with one of those. All right, Shawn, here's one for you. Why shouldn't you wear white after Labor Day?
Because it's football season and you're having a lot of messy foods and it might spill on you. Sure. I'm just going to give myself
No, you need to give yourself one. That is incorrect. So apparently wearing white after Labor Day is showing off. They say that it's meaning that you could afford to go on an end of summer vacation. And so basically you're coming back with your clothes from holiday of lighter linens and stuff while other people had to work. Also, wearing white means that you don't have to do a job that would get your white clothes dirty. So don't wear white after Labor Day.
Did you give me a opinionated trivia question?
No, this is true. This is why.
No, because you started your answer with apparently.
Oh, well... It's not. It's a fact. Okay, I should have said not apparently. Back in the 1900s, it was showing off to wear white after Labor Day.
Want more of today's show?
Download the Mixed Mornings and More podcast.
Now available every weekday.